Greetings, you scurvy life lovers, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 for the Count Noctilus campaign, being advised by the legendary Dread Captain Sword Saint, your resident Loremaster and storyteller extraordinaire. We are sailing from the Isles of Ulthuan and looking to continue our looting and plundering elsewheres. And yeah, we are going to pick this up here. Remember, if you're new here to the channel, then go on down there, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and share far and wide. And also, leave your comments down below if you want me to rename any of these incredible, wonderful units and switch over their names to something you find more fun and appropriate. The only ones we're really not going to change are Jim the Stasher or Count Noctilus. And I should also mention, I realized this after saving last time, but the new captain I recruited, the new Vampire Fleet Admiral, is named Tim the Slimy. Tim. We have Tim and Jim. That's just fantastic. We're sailing out from the galleon's graveyard. Count Noctilus, Lord of the Dread Fleet, with his vampire coast vampire admirals, Jim the Slimy. Or Tim the Slimy and Jim the Stasher. It's fantastic. Absolutely. I'm not complaining. Maybe a little bit, but it's funny. Complaining in a funny way. This is just great. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what do we need here? We are going to want some fast-moving flankers, I think. Something with a little bit of vanguard deployment, too. Really start rounding out these forces. Although, I don't want to dig too far into my income per turn. I need to get up to 3,000. And so far, things are progressing in that direction, but need a lot more from raiding. Need to maintain 30 units in total and have an income of at least 3,000. We're nearly there, but that's going to take a dip with these additional units coming in. So, let's see.
No.
Hurrieth, she's bearing down, and she's got a lot of spear infantry. These guys are archers as well, if you don't know, the Lothran Sea Guard, and they have shields, and they're a combo infantry of missiles and spears, and they're good spear fighters with good armor. And then they have Shadow Warriors, which are other missile infantry, Rangers, which are dual sword infantry and anti-infantry, and then the Silvern Guard, which are just their beefy, elite front-line spear units, and these all have experience on them, except for those two. Those two are fresh, they're newbies, and they're still dangerous. Our range firepower should be able to do some damage, and the Mournfang Cavalry will give us some good mobility, and then we have all of this wonderful firepower here as well. But it's not a fight I really want to take just yet. So let's move ourselves away. Sea Corpse, the remains of a sea leviathan. What? Oh. Why do you think we're building things? We're not going to do that. We're moving along. By the way, today's episode is probably going to be a little bit short. Ooh. The remains of a large sea beast are spotted floating in some nearby backwaters. The unidentified creature has been inexplicably ripped to pieces by an explosive force, its belly torn open and exposed. This mysterious find could prove bountiful, for who knows what devoured treasures might reside in it within its guts. An unidentified ship has also been spotted nearby. Rival scavengers. Whoever they are, you are not one to share salvage with anyone. We're gonna loot the carcass, and may have to defeat a foe in battle, but we are in a much better position to do that. Gonna be a close victory, they say? I wonder about that. Especially since we have Jim the Stasher, and now he's going to be supported by other Mourngols. If we auto-resolve, we lose our bloated corpse. I don't like that idea. Well, could be useful. But let's see if we can't make this a little bit better, or at least keep all of our infantry intact for later use. Also, very interesting how we can recruit bloated corpses with any amount of veterancy to them. What are they gaining experience on, since they just kind of tend to charge in and explode? We're not starting in a bad position either. see some potential flanking opportunities. Those depth guard with halberds, though, those will be interesting. Cavalry, Morngulls, and Jim, those will do a lot for us. And then our ranged firepower, too. Thin out the chaff, open them up to making the depth guard vulnerable for us. Really start chewing into that vampire lord. The biggest threat, I'd say, is the vampire lord and those cannons. 30 winds of magic, too. Wow. Okay. So you hang out over here with Jim. Want both of you over? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Good. We want to spread this out just a little bit here. You hang out back here. Noctilus. Let's give him something interesting to shoot at. You guys go out over here. You scoot up there. You scoot out over here. This way, whatever artillery fire they get going is not going to be able to be quite so focused. Good. And let's put you out on the flank. You in the center. Good. And you, my cavalry, let's put you out over here. Along the forest edge. Nah, I didn't think I was going to be able to get them hidden, but that's okay. A little bit of tree cover never hurt anything. Start deployment and start battle. Okay, here they come. Those cannons are going to have some pretty solid range on them. You know what? Why don't I just have these guys come out over here?
Above deck. Yeah. All these crew. Blood and soul.
Alright, Jim's moving in. So is this cavalry. Good. That's got to be quite the oh shit moment for them. Okay, where are those? There we go. Depth guard with pole arms.
Get them!
Good. Now, Jim, if you would be so kind. Good. Let's watch Jim be awful. Look at these Mournfang cavalry. Is that not great? Noctilus, we better heal up some folks. Oof. Poof, they got him. Decisive victory. Much better than that close victory predicted. And see, though I didn't quite focus fire them down like I should have or needed to, 51 kills for the depth card. They're definitely dangerous. Definitely chew things up, although not quite so dangerous as artillery can be. What a beautiful thing. I like these Morghuls, and I like these Mournfang cavalry. Hey, my god, the Vampire Coast with some dangerous, scary cavalry? That's a terrifying thought. I mean, with everything else we have going so far. Holy crap. Okay. Eve Butters. Interesting names. Sword and Board Gang's doing well. Up another veterancy unit. Rank. Rank is what I'd meant. And my Necrofex Colossus. Necrofex Colossus? Is that what? Yes. And both of my mortars are about to go up to their gold chevrons. Which will be just fantastic. 1100. Beautiful. Rank 12. Even better. 625 or... Yeah, let's assimilate and replenish more. We got the High Elves on our tail. Ooh. Find the hidden treasure. The world is blighted with these monuments to fear. The sightless eyes and the leering grin conceal the riches held within. 8,000. Beautiful. Right on the Curse of the Queen's cannon. Great. Legend has it that Harkon himself captured the Hellhammer, which provided this brutal piece of artillery. They say Bess is cursed, or more rightly, those victims caught in her crosshairs are the real cursed ones. That's an incredible one. Definitely gonna have to get that, because the Bess is best. Let's see, where do we want to sail to? Up along this route seems good. Fewer enemies that way, and hopefully easier pillaging. Let's see. Black Flag, minus 8% upkeep for all units, plus 5% campaign movement range, plus 25% chance of wounding aggressors, plus 1 recruit rank for all units, and raised dead cost minus 10%. Oh my, yes. And with that, we can start focusing on some of these other things, like Master of the Dread Fleet, which will increase our recruit rank by 2. Then we get Regenerative Hull, which increases our casualty replenishment and local recruitment capacity. Vandal, which ups all of our ratings, sacking, and pirate crew growth. So many things here. Depth Guard, Terrorgeist, and Deck Droppers. Great. Definitely need Deck Droppers. Then there's all this stuff to make him a much more terrifying melee combatant. Everything here to make him a more dangerous spellcaster. Like, upping Invocation of Nehek will be great. And then Inspiring Presence and all of this crew support stuff, which will definitely be useful for us. Not sure which route I want to go beyond making sure I've got the upkeep reduction locked in. But getting that growth up to +5 for a total of 18 will really speed up our ability to upgrade our ship. And I might not actually have to invest in the anchor all that much. I mean, I could. Ooh, there's another island right there. perfect. Okay.
Admiral of
He's recruiting. You haven't been moved yet, but let's have you keep stealing technology. Failed. Well, that's alright. Now, we end turn, and I will see you fine folks at the end of the next turn then. Ah, good. Okay.
Fleet captain.
Cat
report.
Amstand, let's keep you moving here. Just so I don't forget.
Course
Oh my
plotted.
god, that whirl of turns for all of this, for all of the different factions here. Thank goodness we are dropping them like flies. Aid! You failed again, buddy. Ah, so disappointed. Oh, they're heading up the coast, I think. Maybe. Or maybe they ran back along Port Elistor. Either way, we're gonna go towards this. Really, that was the best route. Hall of True Silver, or Sunken Chest. Let's go with better on campaign. Yes. Magic item drop chance and campaign line of sight, and the Ranger Standard for extra speed. Very nice. Can you get out of there? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Trolinia, definitely next on our list. Sack value 5,100. But we want a cove there.
Count Noctilus reigns.
Tim the Slimy. Ooh, Poxmarsh is ready to be upgraded. Yes. We have the funds to do so now. Question is, what do I want in here? Slave pits. It'd be more income, which is definitely worthwhile. Don't need a growth building. And nothing else I can really advance to their full abilities, so... Almost feels like this should be a hardened point just to protect this investment. And since I'm going to be sending this army along over here, what can I recruit? Not much. Okay. Oh, that's right. We don't have many firearm buildings in here yet. We really need to. But that growth needs to go through. Wow, 1184. We dropped almost 1,000 gold in our income. Vampire Coast stuff can get expensive. Okay. Well then. Not gonna recruit another lord yet. Don't have the ability to recruit any more of these. So, let's see.
darkness comes.
You, I think we're just gonna have to send out and go raiding a little bit.
Get moving.
Yeah, because that's how we generate your loyalty, if I remember right. Let's see. Plunderer, yep. Gain loyalty from sacking and raiding. Extra loyalty gained following a battle. Income from raiding plus 10%. Yeah, okay. Anything I can give to you? Crown of Command, make them unbreakable. That is very useful. Let's go with Potion of Healing. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. And send you over here, get you raiding a little bit. Building up that income. Or that loyalty and income.
The Empire.
Gotta take out Gentleman Jenkins at some point. And where? What missions do we have? Exotic goods hauler. Where are you? There you are, Leonard.
I will not obey.
Oh my. Great swords, halberdiers, handgunners, several great cannons. That is troublesome. That's a lot of firepower. Not to worry, we'll take them down. Alright. Sorry for another slow turn, but here we go. Volatile Vortex for Tim the Slimy. Plus 20 Winds of Magic Reserve, plus 25 starting amount, plus 50% miscast base chance for all spellcasters. That's intense. Okay.
Navigating.
Let's get ourselves up here.
Riva.
Ooh. Another shipwreck. Well, isn't this good fortune? Oh, Trilinia is one of these irritating places. Fantastic. Okay. That's alright, we'll make it work.
Setting sail.
Let's see. Don't want to piss off Luther Harkon yet. And crossing through his territory will kind of do that, but at least over here we can do a little bit of raiding. Let's keep this upgrading. Get another port, hopefully recruit another pirate. Steel tech. Critical failure. Ah. Well, at least he's immortal now. That sucked.
By hook
Okay,
or
where was I
sword,
sending
they'll
you? Ah,
fall.
right. You're gonna go dig up treasure over here for me.
Wave treading.
And also see what Skeggy's up to. Skeggy is probably going to be kept busy, what with the lizardmen over here, the high elves over here. They tend to not be friends. Ooh. My goodness. My trade partners are doing good. Illyrian? Very nice. Glad I helped them. Glad we're trading.
Impossible.
Terra. Okay. Good. Zombie watch posts are done. Oh, that's right. I just upgraded them. Sorry these turns are so short and quick, but such is the life of a vampire lord on the high seas, apparently. The night sky bleeds purple. The wind of Shaish is strong, instilling the crew with newfound vigor and strength. Now is the time for action, for conquest, and for using this magical boon to our advantage. Should we control the seas or turn our attention to new lands? Casualty replenishment or movement range. We'll go with movement range since we were so hindered. Ooh, hardened pirate scum. Good. Increased ranks. That's always a plus. Bonus first infantry. Let's increase our income a bit more. Oof. This looks great. Of course, then this would be great too. Let's up our income. Ooh, yes please. But we'll get to that in a moment. Ooh,
This
Jim!
one's path is
Jim's
not yet
leveled up.
clear.
Let's make you more dangerous. No, let's do this. There we go. Up his defense and enable frostbite attacks.
Kill them! Raise!
You know what? I don't feel like burning my bloated corpse. This is entirely unfair. Only thing I need to remember to do is turn off skirmish mode. And we start in a spot where we can have some hills at our backs. Raise up our mortars and cannons just a little bit. Not that the mortars need that, what with firing up and over, but those cannons. Those cannons will find that handy. Okay, Zoltar. Oh, you poor high elven saps. You'll do your best. You'll do your best to defend your town, your city, your port. But unfortunately... Okay, let's arrange. Here, you right there.
Blood will spill!
Jim and your Morngol buddies.
Out, Noctilus!
What did I do with my necrofix? That's right. Let's put you here. Perfect. Alright. Turn that off. Oof. Gosh. Noctilus, heal yourself up a touch. Oh, they got spotted. Well, time to go moving in.
Right!
Gunnery mob!
Inevitable death! Maelstrom, empower me!
Yeah! has failed us!
Speed this up just a little bit. Noctilus, you eat them. Throw down another invocation of the head just to... heal up just a little bit more. Hey, you guys, why are you letting him go? There we go. See if we can't get some of this mess back. Nope, doesn't look like it's oh, maybe it is. Ah, doesn't matter. Decisive victory. Didn't burn any units. Just 8 things. We lost 3 troops. That's it. 3. They lost 294. It's incredibly unfair, this firepower, and it is so much fun. Okay. Used to play these games pretty much just consistently on normal mode, but ever since I played my one Empire campaign on very hard, which that was an interesting time in and of itself, I just kind of stick to hard on everything, both for the campaign and the battles. It's challenging enough to be interesting, but not so difficult that I'm stressing. I can kind of pick it up, go. It's a nice, even level of fun and challenge for me. Maybe that's not as interesting as for some folks out there, like going on very hard or legendary all the time, but I don't know, I still play my games to have fun, and this is where I have fun. For my Empire playthrough, this was before a lot of the mechanics came out, the extra mechanics, like all the political machinations you can get into now for the Empire with the different elector counts and everything, using your political savvy and intrigue and building up that rating. That very hard campaign, I was trying to I'd taken Marienburg. I was trying to confederate with whichever faction starts off controlling Nuln. But the vampire lords, the vampire counts were moving in, and they were just making an absolute mess of things. And I was like, oh, great, this is wonderful. I mean, it's a challenge. This isn't good, but no, this is my way into doing that. They're going to whittle them down and weaken them. This opens up a way for me to fight the vampire counts, and things are going to be good. And the vampire counts had spread their corruption far. They'd taken the moot. They were reducing Nuln down to its last handful of cities. And then the Great Green Tide surged through Blackfire Pass. Turns out the orcs, Grimgor, had confederated pretty much all of the legendary orc greenskin lords, including the goblins, that night goblin. I forget his name, but he had them all. He had them all going. And that made things incredibly difficult, because they were just surging through. And it was easily like a 3-to-1 battle, full stacks bearing down on me. And so I had to get really clever and fight in areas with rivers and bridges, areas that had some natural choke points for me to use a lot of my artillery and range firepower to my extensive advantage. And even then, it was still kind of close. Not even kind of close. It was very close in touch and go. Turns out, the big thing that had saved me was the fact that the vampire counts had expanded so much, and the orcs were having to march through all that vampire corruption. That was the big thing that saved me. That was funny to me. It was funny that was what kept me alive and kept me going, was the fact that the orcs were losing a ton of their troops to attrition, and then, even then, still fighting 2 stacks at once, and then, using lightning strike to thin out the numbers that I was having to face down. All kinds of intense, but so much fun. So much fun. Yeah, let's upgrade this. I know I was thinking about putting in the anchor, but that seems like a good idea to me. Alright. We'll end this turn here. Oh, we're regenerating so nicely. And I just realized I forgot to move Tim the Slimy. Very unfortunate. But that happens sometimes. And I'm going to be pissing off Uther Harkon a lot here, but he'll forgive me, right? Especially once we get in here and start raiding some of his enemies. Ooh, unassigned skill points. Count Noctilus, rank gained. Very nice. Where can we shove off to? Oh my god. I forgot how much I hated this spot. Had a high elf campaign and I went to war in this area, and this did the same thing. I hate that I have to run inland. Because now I'm just going to have to take the damn thing. That's annoying. So I'm going to level up, and we're actually going to call it here at this particular annoying point. As unfortunate as that may be. But, c'est la vie, it's how it goes. We'll come back to this next time and figure out what exactly I want to do. Remember, if you're new here to the channel, then go on down there, hit that subscribe button, and become a regular member here at the Gamer's Den. Or, if you've already done that, like and share the video, leave your comments and thoughts down below, and in particular, comment if you want me to rename any of these myriad lovely rotting units, these undead horrors and monstrosities, to some other name that you find to be fitting. But with all that said, I've been your host, Jordan, your master of lore and storyteller extraordinaire. Thank you all so very much for your time, and you all have yourselves a good night.